Hello, my name is Ben Roberts, and this is my my video for just showing my week 6 and week 7 project. I noticed that once I completed the requirements for week 6, that everything for the project is completed, and so I'm just going to submit the same video showing everything for both weeks. Um, but yeah, to get started, I just want to show that we do have a test set up here in VS Code. So here, I actually did write a test for every get all and get ID endpoint um, for each collection. So I've got characters, episodes, nations, and users. So that's all there. Um, yeah. And oh, I guess I should show that it works. So we'll just show that here, npm test. So that's going to run for a second, and then we should see that we get 8 passed, everything passed, all the tests work successfully there. All right, so that all looks good. Hopefully I can also show that I do have my controllers folder, my data folder for my database, my routes, my test, my validations, so everything is organized according to standard. So let's get into the actual web page itself. So this is the live web page on render. You can see I'm logged out. We're just going to hop over to API docs. Okay, and that loads up just fine. So just going to try and go through this very quickly to keep the video in a appropriate time, but we'll do get all characters. You can see we do successfully get all characters. It is connecting to the database. We can get character by ID. So we're going to grab TOF here. Okay, so successful there. We were able to get TOF. I'm just going to do all the get alls first. So get all episodes. You can see we got all the episodes. So now let's go get the boy in the iceberg episode. Okay, as we see, successfully do so there. Let's do get all nations. We are able to get all nations that are in the database. Let's go get the Water Tribe nation from the database. Okay, and as you can see, I was able to grab that. And then get all users. We can see the different users that are in the database, and we're going to grab my own user here just to show the get user ID does work. Okay, and I was able to grab me successfully. Okay, so all those are working properly. I do want to quickly show that the get all characters, that the collection characters does have 7 attributes for each character: name, nation, bending type, role, age, first appearance, and description. So that is there. And I do want to just quickly show, I mean, hopefully it suffices to show that certain points do require authorization in order to work. So let's just say, here's this one, delete. So I'm going to attempt to delete this character. I'm not logged in, and we get unauthorized. And then that's just to show that's multiple places. If we go to get all episodes, I'm going to attempt to delete this episode. And we can see not authorized. I'm going to attempt to delete this Water Tribe nation. And we can once again see unauthorized. All right, so I mean, the authorization is required and to post, put, delete on all 4 collections, but I've just showed that at least 3 routes require authorization, so hopefully that is what's required. So let's now show that the OAuth is set up and works functionally. So I'm going to go log in, And then I have been playing around on this page, so it already remembers me from being logged in from prior, but typically it would have gone to um, the GitHub. And then we'll hop back over here. And so let's just quickly go through some of these to show that now that I have authorization, I can do stuff. So we're going to attempt to delete Toph from characters. Okay. Okay, and we can see that character was deleted successfully. And then so just so I don't actually lose that, I am just going to quickly come here, grab this information, and then use this to then show that post is working just fine. So try it out, paste Toph's. Oh, you know what? And before we do that, let's just quickly rerun this, and you can see Toph is no longer a character in this database collection. So it did successfully delete her. So now I'm going to post. We don't actually need the ID because that will be generated automatically. So then I'm just going to go execute, and we're going to see we get 201 code, and we can see that it says it's taken all this information and says that she's been added back in. But then if I just go get all and go execute, we can now see there she's at the bottom. She has been added in correctly. And then let's say, oh, I made a mistake. You know, Toph was actually, let's say 13 by the end of Avatar. So I want to update her age. I can then take all of this, go to put, oh, try it out, whoops, go to put, and then before I delete this ID, I am just going to take it and add it here. And then as you said, we are going to update to 13, and then let's see if that is successful. It says I got a 200 code. It says it's successful. It is now showing 13. So let's go to get all characters. And we should see successfully here that is listing. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, there we go. Toph is showing as 13. So all these routes and endpoints seem to be working properly. They do require authorization. Authorization does seem to be working. Let's just quickly try to get through the other ones, maybe less talking. So let's try and delete an episode. We'll delete the desert. Okay, message episode was deleted successfully. So let's just quickly go back up here and grab this information and then show that it actually was, as you can see, desert is no longer there once we get all. So let's add it back in. Don't need the ID. Execute, success, execute. We can see desert has been added back in. And actually, let's grab this again for the editing. Put, grab this ID, so we're editing the correct one. And then let's say, oh, I made a mistake. It's not actually supposed to be episode 11. It's supposed to be episode 15. So I'm just going to update that right now. Execute. We did get success. It's now showing 15 there. And if we go to this, we can now see the desert is in there and it is showing 15. So that's all working properly there. Let's move on to nations. Okay, we're going to try, I think it's actually more fitting to, oh, I see I actually have a double collection there. Well, we'll try to delete the Fire Nation then because I seem to have it in there twice. You can see nation deleted successfully. So now when we go back to get all, we can see we just have the Water Tribe, Earth Kingdom, and Fire Nation. Let's do a post. Oh, look, and it's actually got the air nomads and stuff pre-entered as the examples. That's perfect because that's actually what we need. So we're just going to keep them. We're just going to hit execute, and then we're going to see post successful. It says it should have added the air nomads as a nation. So we're going to do get all, and we can see Earth Kingdom, Water Tribe, Fire Nation, and there it is, air nomads. Okay, and then we're just going to grab this ID here and hop down to put, enter this, and let's say that we wanted to add peaceful and spiritual people who valued freedom, meditation, harmony with nature until the Fire Nation attacked. Okay, so we're going to execute that. We can see success, and then we should be able to hop all the way back up, execute, get all nations, come on down, and then we see air nomads, and we can see until the Fire Nation attacked has been added. So that's all working great. Finally, let's go hop down to the users. Get all users. So we're going to attempt to delete my username here. Execute. User deleted successfully. So let's just go grab my information before we reload. And we can see I have been deleted successfully. We're going to add me back in. Try it out. Actually, my stuff's already in there, so that makes it easy. Execute. We've got a success message. So now we can execute this. See that I have been added back in. We're going to go get my ID and do an edit or a put. And we're going to say, oh, my favorite character isn't Toph. It is actually Appa. And you can see we get success. Get all up here, grab all, and you can see Appa did come through. So that does show that all the endpoints for this API are working properly. Multiple routes require authorization, and they're showing showing success codes when successful. One thing I could do quickly is just show that we do have validation as well. So let's quickly do get all and just grab an ID from a character. So we're just going to do Sokka. And if I was to say, hey, let's get by an ID, and I go paste, and then it's not actually a valid ID, we should be able to see we get a 400 code. We also get an invalid character ID, error status response 400. So that all seems to work just fine. Let's say it wasn't an invalid. Let's say, oh, there we go. Character not found. So that's working just fine. Now let's say we were doing a put request on Sokka. Okay, but then we just did not have the information that was necessary. So let's just say it was empty, and I go execute, boom, we should get lots of errors saying bending type is required, nation is required, name is required, age must be a positive number, first appearance is required, description is required, description must be at least 10 characters long. So lots of validation in here just to make sure that everything's being entered correctly. I guess I can show this in one other place, so there's at least 2 examples that this is happening. So why don't we hop down to nations, do get all nations, let's grab the Water Tribe here. And if I was to be looking them up by just ID, and it's just not a valid ID, we can see invalid nation ID throws an error. Let's say it was a valid line, it had the correct length, but then, oh, it doesn't like that either. Why is So let's say it just is the wrong number. Nation not found. So perfect. So that validation seems to be working great. And then I should also be able to do the same thing with the put request. If I do this, but then I just delete everything and try to run that, I should get lots of errors. And just showing where certain things are required. No characters must be an array with at least one character. All these fields are required. So yeah, everything seems to be working properly. I do believe that should be everything needed. I do believe that's everything that is required. So thank you so much. And this has been my final project.